Hey, good morning everybody. Cyclone here from CYCIEprodz, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Do me a favor, like, follow, share CYCIEprodz across all social media. Hit that subscribe button so you know every time a video gets posted. And don't forget, drop a comment and or drop a question. I'll answer whatever you want to know. We're getting close to our first free giveaway that comes at 100 subs, so please get your friends and family involved with the channel. Like I said, it's that time to do some locks of the week, our predictions in combat sports this week, and they're really actually quite simple this week. Let's start in the PFL as they continue their playoff run. This week it's the lightweights and the light heavyweights going at it. And let's look at Brent Primus, former Bellator standout, and Cassius Clay Collard. Look, Clay has a rock solid chin. Okay, he loves to trade leather, but his holes have gotten bigger recently. Okay, he's 1-3 in his last 4. And his takedown defense ain't what it used to be at all. Which actually plays into the hands of Brent Primus, who is a wrestling standout. And as a matter of fact, his wrestling has actually gotten better since going back to the days of him fighting Michael Chandler. He's unbeaten in his last 4 fights. But his chin isn't what it used to be. Not that he ever had a powerful, solid chin to begin with. So, Clay can control the distance with striking. However, I can see Brett getting on the inside, making it dirty, throwing some elbows, relying heavy on his side-to-side movement, circling away from Clay Collard's left hand a lot. I definitely can see that happening. So I think that Brent Primus will be able to take Clay down a couple times. I don't know if he's going to finish him. I can't really see a finish in the fight, which is odd to make this as the lock for the PFL card. But I do see Brent Primus winning in a unanimous decision, all 3 cards, 30-27. I just think he offers too many skills for Clay to deal with at this point in his career. Which is sad because I kind of like Clay, even though he's a dry type of guy. You know, he's not colorful. He's not a big speaker, but I could see this being a big, heavy wrestling contest for Primus and him taking all 3 cards. Now, as far as UFC 305 is concerned, we're going to stay in a lightweight division with our lock. Every number, well, most of the numbers say Dan Hooker should smoke Matthias Gamrot. Height advantage, reach advantage, leg advantage. He's actually better at finishing opponents than Matthias is if you break the numbers down. He throws harder, he lands more. But then we got to look at the rest of the statistics and see what they mean, okay? Mateus Gamrot is almost nearly impossible to take down. And on the flip side of that, he averages more than 5 takedowns in a fight. That's going to be key. Now, much like in the PFL fight, Dan Hooker will be able to control distance with striking. But I think in this case, Mateus is just so forwardly aggressive that he's going to crush the space, clinch up. Now, Dan Hooker does have some solid knees that he throws, so that could offset Gamrot wanting to get in close. If Gamrot can take the fight to the ground, which averaging over 5 takedowns a fight leads you to believe he's going to be able to do it, especially since Dan Hooker's takedown defense at best is between 60 and 70%. You know, I could see Gamrot chopping away at Dan's legs in space. Yeah, he's going to have to take a shot, but I think Gamrot's chin is strong enough to hold up to what Dan Hooker is throwing. I think that once those legs get chewed up, those takedowns are going to come that much easier because Dan's not going to have a base to throw off of. You know? Once again, I'm not saying it's going to be a finish. I could see maybe this one going to the cards also. 29-28, 29-28, 29-28 the other way. Split decision win for Mateus Gamrot. And I hate to have you guys put your money down on possible decisions. You know, you want finishes, but I can easily see these fights going to the cards. Now, I can also see Brent Primus finishing, and I can see Mateus Gamrot finishing. But it's going to take a lot for both of those guys to get finishes, because they're in there with hard-throwing strikers. But those are the two locks. Now, as far as boxing is concerned, I don't have a lock. But to quote Dana White, if you don't know, now you know. That's what I'm going to give you. You know, if you don't know, now you know. This week on the Sergey Derevchenko card, on the undercard, is Abdullah Mason once again. Abdullah Mason is a lightweight. Once again, we're staying in the lightweight division this week. He is part of Bob Arum's youth movement, and whether you like Arum or not, Uncle Bobby, Grandpa Bobby, has the youngest roster of any boxing promoter. Okay, he cultivates talent, and Mason is one of them. Okay, he doesn't break guys down with just a regular jab. Not with a double jab. He throws triple jabs to the body to break his opponent down, and then uses his hand speed with combos and a nasty, nasty left hook that this kid throws. And he's only 20 years old. He might be falling into the trap of having his father as his trainer, which, I mean, those are so tough to call. You know, you have Papachenko on one side, and you have Daddy Lopez on the other. So you could go either way with dads as trainers. Personally, I'm not really a fan of that. But keep your eyes on Abdullah Mason. Okay. It's listed for 8 rounds this week against Augusta Quintana. I don't see it going more than 3 rounds. Right now he's 14-0 with 12 knockouts. I could see him picking up another win and another knockout, if not a TKO. But by the end of 2025, remember the name Bilal Muhammad. No, remember the name Abdullah Mason. He will be in the mix, just as is, Keyshawn Davis, and the heavyweights, Richie Torres for Bob Arum is going to be in the mix pretty soon. Arum really does have the best young talent in the sport. Anyways, my picks once again this week: Brent Primus, Mateusz Gamrot, and not really a pick, but it's an easy call, Abdullah Mason. So, guys, Cyclone from CYCIEprodz, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Like, follow, share, hit that subscribe button, be interactive by asking a question or a comment. And before I sign off, another thing that is going to frustrate the bejesus out of Dan Hooker, besides Gamrot's speed and aggressiveness, is he switches stances a lot. Once again, Dan Hooker is starting to become a gatekeeper in the UFC lightweight division, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, enough ranting from me. Have many things to do today. Hope you guys have a great day. Happy hump day today for all of you out there. And until next time, Cyclone saying, peace out, homies.